What's going on YouTube? KyleAye here, back with another Scarlet Violet video, and today we're showcasing our Week 3 Shuckle Premiere League Draft League match against NumbNexus. So this is a draft league hosted by PokeaimMD, and again, it is centered around a VGC focus this time around for Season 3. NumbNexus is another participant within the draft, and he is another content creator just like us. He has almost 200,000 followers on YouTube, so go ahead and give him a follow, get him closer to that goal. And give the other creators a follow as well. You know, we've linked all their credentials in the video description below. So just to give a little recap before we even start this match. So, you know, week 1, we got smacked by Mountaih, okay? You know, everybody let him draft all those Rain team mods. Why we let him do that, I couldn't tell you, but we got smacked in week 1. Then week 2, we got a little bit closer. We picked up a game 2 win. But we were not able to close things out in week 3 against Owen there. You know, we brought the Typhlosion when we wasn't supposed to. Oh man, I can't believe he went back to D9 Pound 9. But again, that is what he had. No, those were like his top 2 draft picks. So I don't flaunt him for that. Now week 3, we're going up against NumbNexus here. And before we even get into their squad, and before we even do the previews and whatnot, the couple changes to the team here I will show you, but the one big change here is that we benched our #1 draft pick. Yes, exactly. You know, we can do that. We are the coach of this team, and sometimes, you know, if your top draft pick is not performing up to par, you got to bench him for a certain time period, right? You know, we have 3 championships. We've done that before, you know, for basketball, and now we're doing the same thing. So the Blood Moon Ursaluna is on the bench this week. We're calling up someone up from the G League, as they like to say in the NBA. All right, who's coming up from the G League? We're bringing up the GLASTRIER, okay? So GLASTRIER, listen, you know, you have 600 base stats. I drafted you in the mid-rounds for a reason, because I thought you could be a sleeper MVP just because of the steamroll potential that you have with Chilling Nair. So it's time to step up. Your moment is now, okay? We need you to come through here, and we're going to show you the sets that this GLASTRIER has, and you'll understand why I have the set that I have for him, okay? But let's take a look at Nexus's team, and then we'll showcase ours as well before we even start the match. All right, so right here, this is what Nexus is bringing to the table here. Now, if you look in the last slot there, it looks a little weird. Originally, they had a Mischievous, but they have since dropped that and picked up the Crabominable here, right? So, before I even talk about Nexus's team here, you know, let me just say something here. You know, based on the first 2 weeks that I've seen, you know, these guys are not playing VGC. All right, they're playing VGC, but they're not really playing VGC. They're using some crazy items and move choices that sometimes you just normally wouldn't see from them in a typical VGC kind of manner. But that's okay, because, you know, in closed team sheets, you have a lot of creativity, okay? And I noticed that. So we have to kind of change the way we want to play some of our mons as well. And not necessarily commit to the best of one idea, but at the very least, play as if the opponent does not have information. And of course, that's going to, you know, prove advantageous, especially if you can show the right tech at the right time. All right, because sometimes there's just no coming back from, right? So I realized that, and then that's when I figured, okay, let's make some changes as far as how we're gonna run some of these mons here. But anyway, so NumbNexus, you can tell with a couple of these mons here what he's trying to do here. First of all, you see the Hisuian Lilligant and the Torkoal. You know what's coming. It's gonna be after your eruption. All right, you know the sleep powder is on that Hisuian Lilligant for sure. Okay, there's probably a grass move of some sort. Probably ideally Solar Blade or Leaf Blade, and then maybe Protect, maybe not. Tera Ghost is also something that they can go for, you know, just to try and avoid fake out there. And the Torkoal eruption, besides that, maybe a single target fire type attack like Overheat, or maybe a spread move like Heat Wave. You know, ideally Specs or Charcoal and whatnot. The Iron Hands, if you look here, is actually the most threatening physical presence on his team. Yes, I understand he's got a Crabominable there. Maybe there's a Malamar. I don't think the Malamar comes to this, but I definitely think the Iron Hands will come here. And that is the reason why we have GLASTRIER, believe it or not. You know, if he did not have the Iron Hands here, I'd probably leave the GLASTRIER behind, and I'd probably go back to the Blood Moon here. But considering he has the Iron Hands, I committed to the GLASTRIER. And you'll see why when I show you our set. But it looks very threatening. Again, you know, under Trick Room, Fake Out, Electric Move, Fighting Move here. And then he can even set up with Swords Dance, ideally. And potentially sweep, especially if he goes Clefable Iron Hands there, just to try and set up with Follow Me stuff, and then go for Swords Dance, and then maybe even set this thing up under Trick Room from the P2. And you know, the cheap P2 can always just have these one-on-one end games with Recover, Tri Attack or Terra Blast, whatever he's got, maybe even Eerie Impulse for some of our stuff. And then from here, the Walking Wake, again, can do well both in rain and sun. So that could also come here. And, you know, ideally, Life Orb item, Hydro Steam, Draco Meteor, maybe a fire type attack like Flamethrower and Protect. That would be a normal set, but you never know. It could be Calm Mind. It could be something else there. The Zard, also another good Sun Sweeper. You know what the Zard can do under Solar Power. And then Bruxus, you know, denying Fake Out. Can also set up Trick Room here. Malamar can also set up Trick Room. I did not know that until someone told me that, you know, when I was looking at some of this squad here, right? So from here, I see the ideas that he's trying to do. So now let me show you what we have planned with our open team sheet. All right, so this is the final team that, you know, we settled on here. And this team went through a few variations, just, you know, trying to figure out what exactly could Nexus bring to this matchup here. But we settled on something like this. And without me even telling you, you know, this is going to, you know, pique some interest, right? You can already tell with what we have with some of these items here. So first of all, let's start with the Murkrow. You know, we're going to have Tailwind and Rain Dance, right? Now, after that, I felt Taunt was also a pretty good idea here, just to shut down a potential Clefable, you know, from setting up Follow Me's and whatnot, and even stop Trick Room from a Porygon, right? Then we have Dual Wing Beat. That's just to break Sash and pick up the Hisuian Lilligant, for that matter, right? So that's why we have that there. Originally, I was playing around with something like, you know, Foul Play to deal big damage against the Iron Hands, but I think Dual Wing Beat is a little bit more valuable, and we can have something else for the Iron Hands later. The Brute Bonnet here, okay, Spore, Seed Bomb, Protect, and Rage Powder. So now we're adding Protect here, and we have the Oka Berry, so this way we can sit in front of the Torkoal and take that big Fire type attack at least once. The Terra Water here is also, again, for that Fire type damage, whether it be like, you know, Walking Wake, going for a Fire attack, or even the Torkoal just clicking Eruption or some other Fire type attack there. I think that's really what we want here. At least two kinds of survivals, you know, one with the berry and two with the Terra Water if we have to go for it. The Great Tusk here, Substitute and Protect is what we're going now. We're going to give up the Rock move with Rock Slide. Originally, I had that for a while, especially for Charizard if they did decide to bring it. But ultimately, what I wanted to do was just have something to be able to click and stall out Trick Room turns. And also with Sleep Powder, if we have to go for that. You know, again, that's also why we have Terra Grass there. You know, resist the water attacks as well if the Walking Wake does go for the Hydro Steam there. So, you know, Sub would have been good. And then Substitute and Protect, again, just further stalling out their Trick Room turns if they do go for it. And then Close Combat, Headlong Rush. Again, big damage against the P2. And, you know, we need something to pressure the Torkoal a little bit. And if the Torkoal wants to come out and give us the attack boost or speed boost, then, you know, that's all the more power to us. So, that's why I picked these two Protomons, because again, they can do well in the sun, and if he brings the Torkoal, then that's going to help us do what we need to do here, right? The Toxapex here, so another one that we're calling up is the Toxapex here. So we have Wide Guard support, of course, that's for like eruption stuff and, you know, heat wave ideas, and the Chilling Water under Rain Dance, by the way, is going to do a lot of damage into the Torkoal and the Zard, and they can't break the Toxapex at that point. The Wakan Berry, of course, that's for like the Electrotech on the Iron Hands there, and then Baneful Bunker and Recover, just a little bit more longevity, right? This is like our Porygon more or less, right? So, and also the Chilling Water, that's also good for dropping the attack of the Iron Hands here. So we have a lot of text for the Iron Hands because Iron Hands looks strong, so we need something a little bit more additional for it. That's also why we have Terra Fairy too, you know, just to be able to you know, get with the Draco Meteor first of all, right? But also neutral typing and against a lot of what he has there, right? And if you notice on our Murkrow, there's no Sunny Day, right? There's no Sunny Day because I know for a fact that Nexus is bringing the Torkoal. He's gonna give me the sun, okay? I don't need the sun. He's gonna give it for me. So at that point, I drop Sunny Day, and that's when I added Taunt there, right? So that, again, that's just going back to the Murkrow here. All right, here we go. The Glacier. This is the one that we're calling up from the G League. We're dropping the Blood Moon for him. Iron Defense Body Press. Listen, I need a way to wall out that Iron Hands. If I can force the one-on-one scenario where I can set up these Iron Defenses, then I can, you know, the Iron Hands is not going to do that much damage, and then we can win with the Body Press. And this is also going to put pressure against the Porygon too. But you know, this is our answer for the Iron Hands if we have to go for it, right? Terra Dragon, of course, just neutral typing against a lot of what he has. Resists the fire type damage, neutral to electric, neutral to the fighting, and also neutral to steel if the Iron Hands does decide to go for something like a heavy slam or whatnot, right? So the only thing we have to watch out for is, of course, the end game with the Walking Wake if they want to drop the big Draco Meteor, right? So hopefully this set works here. And then for a graph, if we have to go for it, we have Twin Beam. Again, that's also good for the Sui Lilligant because it hits twice. We've used that in week 1. Then we have Helping Hand and Rain Dance again, right? So look at this. This is what I'm talking about. So what I can do with the Furgraph here is if I can't lead Murkrow, I can go Furgraph, Great Tusk here. And then I can go for Rain Dance, or I can go for Helping Hand and, you know, take away their Sun. And then, you know, just Helping Hand, Close Combat, Helping Hand, Headlong Rush is going to be able to pick up a lot of KOs there, right? So, and then, of course, Trick Room, right? If I have to, listen, I've got a Brute on it. I've got a, you know, a Toxapex here. I've got a Glacier. They look like Trick Room Mons to me. So I'm going to go for that. And if I have to, and again, you know, Safety Goggles, that's for the Spore shenanigans. And then, you know, the Terrifier for the fire resistance. So this is what we've got for NumbNexus. Okay, you can see, you know, we have to play this way a little bit, right? You know, it looks like it looks like VGC, but it's also built for a little bit of best of one stuff. All right, so now, you know, the Nexus is waiting for us. So now we're gonna go ahead and try and match up, and let's see if we can walk out of week 3 with a dub. All right, so here we go, game 1 here. This is the 6 I thought he would bring. Okay. With the exception of the Walking Wake. I wasn't sure if he would decide that, but I definitely knew that those 5 would come. It's an easy 5 to pick, right? All right, so couple options here. The P2 is a Terra Fighting. Okay, very interesting. Hands is also water. Can't remember the last time I've seen Hands as water. The Zard is also straight fire, so this guy wants some damage. All right, let's keep it simple here. We're actually gonna try for a lead we haven't tried yet, believe it or not. We're gonna go straight up classic Murkrow Great Tusk here. Let's see what this does. Okay. The question now becomes, I think I want. Okay, he's got a bunch of special attackers and 1 physical attacker. Let's see, this is also quite interesting. I could bring the Glacier. And let's go with the Bonnet, believe it or not. I think Bonnet in the ring could be good, especially with some of the Terra Waters that he has here. Let's try this. Let's see what he does here. And then we'll note some interactions. Oh man, it's been a hot minute since we played Lily Cole, but let's see if we can match it up with the squad that we have here. Ooh, nice outfit. Okay. All right, Torkoal Walking Wake. Alrighty. All right, that gives him a good advantage, somewhat, right? Okay, so we have a few options here. Okay, so it's a special attacking Walking Wake, right? All right, so that means you're modest. Okay. I can take away the rain right now, and that'll just buff his water move. Okay, so we can do that, technically. I also can just straight up go Tailwind here. And then I can also just CC the Walking Wake here. The Wake is just straight water here. The problem is the Eruption, right? So, what I can also... This is also a little bit iffy. If I go Rain Dance and then Terra... Okay. Alright, this one's a little weird. Alright, let's try this. Do I want the sub is the question. Oh, this is a tough one. Yeah, it's always like a little iffy with this. The Torkoal could swap out into Zard. Let me just click Close Combat and see what the heck he's got. Okay, we're gonna go for the Tailwind now. If the Torkoal clicks Eruption, he clicks Eruption. If he clicks Helping Hand, we get some information. Alright, he doesn't. The CC comes in. It brings the Walking Wake almost to red. Alright. Alright, it is Hydro. Okay. So we revealed the Sash. Okay. And then we get to see what the Torkoal does. Is it... Alright, it is a Heat Wave. Alright, we lose the Tusk. Okay. I could have also considered Rain Dance there. Alright, and then also just went Tera Grass. I think I may consider that next turn here. But we do have the Bonnet now. And we can also outspeed and go for the kill on the other thing, the Walking Wake here. So it gives me an attack boost here. Which is nice. I might be able to just pick up the Walking Wake with a dual Wing Beat in reality here. And then I can put the Torkoal to sleep, which would be nice. Okay, and then just trap with Rain Dance later. Alright, so let's dual Wing Beat this. Okay, and in reality... Oh man, it could be Goggles. Don't tell me this thing is Goggles. Alright, let's go for... this board. Let's put this thing to sleep. Alright, let's see what he's got. Does he switch? Alright, we have to also connect on the dual Wing Beat, by the way. Let's see. Alright, dual Wing Beat number 1. Alright, I just need another one. Alright, perfect. Alright, we get the Walking Wake kill. Good job, Murkrow. Alright, and we're gonna go for the Fast Spore. Alright, so he has to take... So he's already taking his one mandatory turn of sleep. Okay. So it's good to know that the Walking Wake was modest. Alright, now what comes in? Will it be Zard? It's Iron Hands. This is the one that has given us some problems. Okay. So what I'm gonna have to, I guess, do is... Oh man, it's so risky if the Torkoal wakes up now. He does have the Fake Out option. The Hands is water as well. Well, what I can do first is I can Rain Dance. Okay. And I can also go for a Spore. Ideally. Right over here. And let's try and deal some damage. He does go for the Fake Out. Alright, and we will go for the Rain Dance here just to take away Torkoal's brain. So the Hands does have Fake Out, of course. My Bonnet's Protosynthesis is gone, of course. The Torkoal gets another one turn wake, so that's 2 in a row. Alright, we do reveal the Oka Berry. This can't do a whole lot as long as I don't convert here. Alright, so that's decent damage there. So he's revealed that. Okay, so now we can do a couple things here. We can go into the Glastrier. Alright, and we can go for another Spore over here and start putting on some pressure. Might consider the... Okay, and again, we haven't revealed our Teras just yet. Ideally, I would want to put some pressure on that Torkoal here. One turn wake on the Torkoal. A little unfortunate. Wake Torkoal Hands. What's in the back? Is it P2? Let's see. He's got a decision to make. And we're also going to find out if he's like Goggles or whatnot. Or maybe he's just like straight Assault Vest. Alright, let's see. What do we have here? Alright, Murkrow, come back. Alright, we're going to go into the Glastrier here. Alright, and we do get off one Spore here on the Hands, so this is okay. I would like to get at least 2 turns of sleep in one of these games at some point, right? Okay, what does the Torkoal do? It is... Oh, just a Raw Eruption. That's going to do some damage here. Oh, that did a little bit way too much here. Okay. So, he does have Eruption. Heat Wave Eruption. Okay. My Tailwind is gone, but I'm still faster than the Torkoal. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start going for these Iron Defenses. Okay. And I will try and Spore again. And let's see. Okay. I just need the Hands to stay asleep at least one turn here, man. That's all I'm asking. I just need at least a game where I can get something that is not one turn sleep. I need at least 2 here. I need to try and set up. Okay. Glastier's gonna have to do a lot here. Alright, we're gonna have to try and put some pressure on that Torkoal. Alright, he's thinking about it, of course. Does he switch? Does he stay in? Does he click protect? He hasn't revealed protect yet. Okay, what does he want to do? Alright, we do get off a spore, which is very good for us. Hands, you need to stay asleep. Don't click drain punch. Okay, do it for the economy. Okay, good. Finally, we get at least a second turn of sleep here. And now we can go for these iron defenses. We can kind of somewhat wall out the hands here a little bit. Okay. Alright, and of course, what I really want to do is start putting pressure on the coal. Alright, so let's go for a body press here, just so that the eruption is not doing so much damage. And then in reality, I am faster. I should be faster. Yes. Okay. We can do a little bit of chip. Or I can even switch out here. Switch out the bonnet. Should I go into the... I can, technically. Oh, this is another tough one. And then I can just keep going for like these tier 1 plays here. So let's switch out the bonnet here first. The other thing I could have done... Alright, but let's see what he has. Alright, oh my god, the hands wakes up. Alright, drain punch comes out, so good. Alright, he doesn't knock out the Murko here. This is not terrible here, because then we can just spore again later. Alright, but getting off this body press is going to do something here. Alright, that's good. Torkoal stays asleep, which is fine. Alright. Again, GLASTRIER's getting more recovery. Alright, we go back into bonnet. Okay. He's above 50. That's the other problem. He's gonna take another turn. I may need to Tera now, ideally. Alright, just to be able to yeah, let's just try this. Okay, let's again keep going for these body presses. I can also just go for the Torkoal kill. Right? Just try and kill him now. Let's just go for... Well, I still need to spore this spot. Alright, let's just try. Needed a little bit more defensive investment there. Alright, that's us. Question, did I was also wondering, like, should I need to Tera now? Okay, but... we removed the dragon, ideally. Alright, we get off another spore here. Okay. Another mandatory turn. And he has to take a nap here. And stays asleep. Alright, of course, that one mandatory turn. We go for a body press. Alright, Torkoal still survives there. Torkoal does wake up. Okay, he does go for a heat wave. He misses an important target. Misses the Glastrier. Hits the bonnet. Bonnet survives on 4. Just don't get burned. Rain stops. Okay. Alright, so now what we can do is go for the kill on the Torkoal and set up Iron Defense again. Alright, and then Glastier's gonna have to 2v1. and again, I'm not sure what he... Let me see. If it's the Zard, that's not good. But this is where, again, another Iron Defense is gonna be important. Iron Defense here. And we're going to have to go for the Seed Bomb over here. I don't know if this kills. It's so close. But... man. Honestly, I'm going to just try and body press. Okay. And just in case he does wake up, or if he tries to switch... this is tough, man. Let's protect first. I still want the kill. Alright, let's see what he does here. Alright, the hands actually does stay asleep. Okay, but I still need the Torkoal kill. Alright, so we go for the press onto the Torkoal. Alright, now we're +1. We have an attack boost. Alright, again, more recovery. Alright, that could have been free chip I could have had onto the hands there. Oh, it's P2! Okay. Alright, but this is probably where he reveals the fighting Tera. Alright, he does get a special attack boost. Okay. If I can wall him out, that's gonna put me in a good spot. And you don't even know what that P2 has, right? Okay, let's try for, again, another Spore. I could be faster. Let's actually see. Let's fish for it. Okay, there's your fighting Tera. Okay, ideally I could have went for like another double protect, but this is also fine. Maybe. We'll see the speed on this thing. Alright, it is a Tera Blast. Special attacking boost. Ignoring the gut. Okay. Okay. That did some damage. Okay. We Spore the P2. That's good. Alright, so it's Tera Blast. Okay. Hands wakes up. Does he go for the Bonnet kill? Goes for the Drain Punch. And there's the 4 health. Okay. Now we have to try and 2v1 this. Ideally. Alright, here's another Iron Defense. Okay. The P2 stays asleep. Okay, ideally we have to go for the P2. Like, that's the one that needs to die. So again, I can wall out the hands later. I'm gonna keep going for the body press and keep going into the P2. And then now we can also find out some information on what else he has besides Tera Blast. I don't think he goes for Trick Room here. But I need to remove the P2 off the board. Alright, there's your mandatory turn of sleep. Alright, here, I need this to... Oh, that's... Okay, that does some damage. I need this to do more than 50%. Okay, that's 50%. Okay. Okay, Leftovers Recovery is saving me here. I need the P2 to stay asleep one more time, and I need this to actually KO. Come on, Glastrier. I know you can do this. You need to do what Blood Moon cannot. Alright, there's that second turn of sleep. Okay. Alright, there's another low kick. Some damage. Alright, we need this kill. Yes! Alright, excellent, excellent. So now what we could do is kind of just wall him out and just, you know, protect. And then just keep and go for another Iron Defense. Okay, we get another attack boost, of course. You know, so now the Glastrier becomes the endgame win con. Alright, so now we protect here. Get some recovery. Alright, there's the protect. Now, at this point, I'm gonna try and think what I can do for game 2. If he does the same lead. Should I mean, Tera Dragon Glastrier was the win con. I could do the same thing again. And instead, this time, just go for the Torkoal here. And leave the Walking Wake later. But again, removing that dragon early was important. So, that being said, the Bonnet was also huge surviving. So I may just stick with this 4. Until otherwise. Let's go for another Iron Defense here. Goes for another low kick. Again, let's go for more raising of the defenses. Okay, and protecting again with a little bit more passive recovery is going to be huge here. Alright, so let's protect. So he's revealed low kick, right? Fake out, and that's it. Okay, I have not seen anything else from this guy. Alright, unless he reveals it now, but he's not going to. I think he's going to withhold that information. Okay. So now we're +6 Glastrier. Okay, well done, well done. Okay, now we can start going for these body presses. Alright, let's do this. Alright, another low kick. Okay, some chip. Body press comes out. Alright, does more. That's more than enough, right? Okay. Yeah, a little bit. Again, I'm just trying to fish out for that third move here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to protect again. Just to find out here. And I'm not going to click Icicle Crash because, again, he's going to know that I have an attack. Alright, he's going to keep using low kick. He's going to withhold that info. Alright, good. Smart. Smart idea here. Okay. Now, realistically, what I could also do is, in game 2, I could go Helping Hand CC and then pick up the kill. Right, if he goes Torkoal again. And then leave the Murkrow behind. Or he may just switch it up and go Lilycall, because now he knows that I have Rain Dance. Alright, but I want to see his adjustment. Alright, another low kick. Okay, and we'll go for another body press. Alright, so we'll take game 1 here from Nexus. Brood Bonnet surviving was honestly huge, but also neglecting it and me letting get the Spore on the P2 also helped us out there. Alright, game 2 here. So they could lead the same thing, or they may go Torkoal and Zard this time. Alright, we didn't get too much information from that P2 because, you know, everything was slept all the time. Let's see. I see no reason not to change the 4 first. I want to see how he reacts. I think he might preserve the Walking Wake there, right? Tera Dragon Glacier was huge there. But again, 4 special attackers. Alright, and we know the Torkoal can take at least 3 body presses. So, right? Alright, let's do the same thing. I want to see the response. And again, we do have Taunt on the Murkrow. He doesn't know that yet. I want to do the same thing. Alright, Bonnet again and the Glastrier. Let's try this. We're going to lock it in. Alright, let's see what they got here. Okay, there it is again. Torkoal Walking Wake. Alright, so realistically, we have the same lead. But I think I just want to straight up kill the Torkoal. Like in reality, I just want to straight up kill the Torkoal. So I think I want to just click Tailwind and go. And the Torkoal has not revealed Protect or whatever. I've seen Heat Wave, Eruption, and that's it. So I'm going to do the same thing. I would love to click Tailwind. Okay. And I would love... What else do I have? Yeah, I think I want to just click Hello. Let me see the swap into the Zard, man. I would love to see the swap into the Charizard. Alright, he knows I'm Sash now. Alright, he stays in. Tailwind. Alright, I do need this Torkoal kill. Alright, Headlong Rush comes out. Oh, that's huge. Perfect. That's an Oko. Okay. So now if he goes for another move onto the Great Tusk, we survive with a Sash. That's a good kill. There is the Hydro Steam again. Alright. That's fine. And we got off the Tailwind, right? So we removed his Sun. And we can bring out the Rain if we need to. And we can deal some big damage onto this Walking Wake as well. There's the Lilligant. Okay. There's said Lilligant. I can click Rain Dance now. And end his dreams. And just go for a close combat as well. And he might have a Sash there. So I could also technically just Protect. Ooh, what if I did... If he Spores? Do you Spore the Murkrow slot? That's the question. Oh, it's so risky. I think I want to just Rain Dance first. And I'm going to click Protect just because. Let's try this. So now we'll reveal Protect. Alright, we'll take away the weather. Alright, and now we'll see the Lilligant set. What do you have there? So we remove his Proto. Alright, there goes our Proto. Alright, Bullet Seed! Oh! Okay. Alright, and now what do we do here? It's another Hydro Steam, but this time it's in the Murkrow. Alright, we eat that. Okay, that's fine. So now what I want to do is just go for a dual Wing Beat here. Okay. Try and pick up that KO. Make sure we hit. And once again, I think I just want to go for, you know, either this headlong rush or this close combat. Now, what does he have here? He does have just straight Tera Water there. I don't want to fall into the Zard trap there, so I don't want to click that. I would love to try. I think close combat is just our best bet. So let's go for the dual wing beat now. And let's go for the close combat here. Let's do it. Alright, let's see if he also teras here. Lilligant is Ghost. But I need that thing off the board. Just so that Glastrier can have this endgame capacity. But let's see if Mirko can do it for the fans. Okay. We saw Bullet Seed. Okay, we got off a CC. We just get some damage on the Walking Wake. Okay. Now, where does he go with this? Dual Wing Beat comes out. Okay, that's good. I need one more. Let's go, Murkrow. Excellent. Perfect. Alright, now what does he do with this last move here? Alright, it is a Hydro Steam. Into what? It does go into the Tusk. Okay. Now, we have options. Alright, I do have the Bonnet, especially if it is a Zard coming out here. I want to save the Glastrier for the endgame as well. It's P2, okay. Yeah, let's go into the Bonnet here. Okay, we know. Alright, there's the hands. Alright. This is also tricky. Because, again, he probably wants to fake out. What do I want to do with the Mirko here? Do I give up the Rain? I think I can give up the Tailwind. I can try for the dual Wing Beat onto the Walking Wake. I can try, and then ideally here, I can just protect against the fake out. Let's try this. Let's see. We'll reveal Protect now. Okay, and if it's hands, he's got Tera Water. Both of these are Tera Water, so this could be the win con for Brute Bonnet if I can keep it alive here. But I would like the Walking Wake off the board here with my last turn of Tailwind. I'm going to try. Protect Brute Bonnet. Okay. Did he go for a fake out? Alright, dual Wing Beat first. Oh, that's not going to kill unless I get a crit here. I don't get a crit. Okay. Alright, and it is a Draco Meteor into the Bonnet side. He did not go for the thing. There's a Drain Punch coming out. Okay. Alright, Tailwind is gone. But I can do it again. Alright, I can do it again. And then I can pick up this Walking Wake kill with the Seed Bomb. And that should KO. And the hands, he can click Drain Punch if he wants. But it's not a huge deal. Alright, so we're going to go for the Seed Bomb. Try and get that Walking Wake kill. Alright, here's the Tailwind. Alright, we should live. Okay, it is a Draco. I need to live. Bonnet takes it easily. I could have even trapped the Walking Wake here. Alright, and we'll go for the Seed Bomb. Okay, Walking Wake is down. This is good. So now the Terra Dragon Iron Hands should be able to win us this game. He can click Drain. He does get rid of the Bonnet. That's okay. That is okay. And now, because I'm faster, I will have the faster Iron Defenses. Okay? And now we're in this same endgame scenario where I can go for these Iron Defenses and go for Glory. Okay. One more turn of Rain. So what? Just in case, I haven't seen him do it yet. He probably would have done it already. But just in case, if he has Swords Dance, I'm gonna taunt the Iron Hands just because. All right, and I will Terra Dragon now, and I will go for these Iron Defenses here. And now we'll have this other endgame scenario. Okay, just in case, we're gonna stop his setup here. All I know is Fake Out and Low Kick. I don't know what else he's got here. Alright. I need Glastrier to win me this game. Alright, and we have there's the Terra. He has to do it now. Now, if he has Ice Punch, we're cooked. So, we have to pray. Alright, but these iron defenses should help us wall out this iron hands here. But let's see. First, we need to taunt, just in case. Alright. Just in case of a potential swords dance there. Alright, here's our iron defense. Let's see what he does here. Okay. It is a wild charge. That's fine. Murkrow, you did your job. Murkrow, and now he does at least take some chip. So that means Glastrier remains untouched. Alright, so now I can just keep going for these iron defenses. Alright, so he reveals wild charge. Okay. So that's fine. And now we just keep doing this. Alright, until we get to +6. Okay, iron defense again. Alright, barring crits, this should still be okay. We have protects and leftovers. It's another low kick. We're in the same scenario as before. Okay, we should be okay. Alright, a little bit of recovery there. Alright, but at the same time, I'm just gonna play it safe and play protect again, just for a little bit more recovery. I still have not seen that last... Alright, again, he's just gonna keep on going for the low kick here. Alright, another recovery. We're gonna go to +6, and we should be able to walk out of this with a week 3 dub here. Alright, there he shakes off the taunt now. Alright, and there goes my Tailwind. So now we go for another iron defense. I clicked 2, right? Yes. Alright. So we'll click iron defense again. Alright, another low kick. Some damage. Iron defense again. Yes, sir. Okay. Alright. Yeah, the same thing. Alright, so now we have everything we need. And now we can just start going for these body presses. Alright, well done. Alright, another low kick. That's fair. Another body press here. Okay, looks good. Okay, and now we can just finish things off here with another body press. Yo, all of our pieces did something. Okay? All of our pieces were able to come up huge here. Okay? Everyone did everything. Murkrow with the dual wing beats and changing the weather and clicking Tailwind. Early aggression from the Great Tusk. Brute Bonnet with the spores. Okay? And the redirection sport. And then Glastrier forcing the endgame 1v1 on the iron hands with all of these iron defenses. Okay, so that is exactly what I wanted to do with that endgame scenario. All right, and it pays off dividends here. All right, so we do pick up the win for week 3 there. So shout outs to Nexus, man, you know, for the games. But Glastrier was the MVP as we thought we could. And again, the reason why we brought and called up the Glastrier was for that iron hands. We needed a way to wall it out with the iron defense body press set, as opposed to like another more offensive set. And that ended up being the key there, right? The game plan was to isolate that slot, you know, get rid of the other special attackers until we got that 1v1 scenario to, you know, win the end game with iron defenses and then protects and then just get more recovery than he's dealing damage and then just force it out of that, right? Then the Murkrow over here, again, just having that rain dance option to remove sun when the time was needed. And again, the Torkoal did give us the sun as we thought. Brute Bonnet, you know, in the sun did get an attack boost. The Bonnet's job was mostly in game 1, where all we had to really do was spore things, and we did get very fortunate with a few spore turns, which is good. But of course, we did have some investment in our bulk, and living on 4 HP was huge because that let us spore the P2, and that allowed the Glastrier, you know, a little bit more room to set up those iron defenses in game 1 there. And then Great Tusk, you know, was the early game pressure. I knew they wouldn't kill the Walking Wake turn game 1, so I went for the Torkoal game 2 instead and just decided to just take one off the board immediately, and you know, we could handle the Walking Wake eventually later on because we had a sash, right? So we got another attack in there. We got to keep our sash, and then from there, you know, something like you know, any other attack would have been fine after that, right? And you know, the dual wing beam was clutch, you know, just to be able to break sash, you know, on the Murkrow, which is what we wanted. We didn't need to bring the Furgraph and the Toxapex there. I thought, you know, the Zard or whatnot might come out there, but, you know, the fact that there was no Zard means I did not need to use these two, but at least I had it, for the games that we needed, right? But anyway, so now what we want to do, just real quick, again, just showcase Nexus' chat. So go ahead and give them a follow. Again, they're approaching 200,000 views, and this recording is done in advance, so they'll probably have more than what we're showing here by the time this goes live. But again, give Nexus a follow and give the other creators a follow as well, and we'll see if we can take advantage and get another win in week 4. We're gonna play OliviaSama in week 4, so we'll see if we can prepare for that. But as far as like our week 3 prep, shout outs are necessary here, because again, week 1 we just could not really prep for Mount. We were coaching for the semifinals for our championship, and then week 2 we were on vacation. We hopped off a plane, made the team real quick, and then played Owen. And week 3 we had a little bit more time, so we were able to at least analyze Nexus's team and come up with a couple of sets where we thought we could at least prep for the squad, at least for this upcoming week. All right, but that's it for now, folks. We'll be back with another video in the next one. Peace out and have a good one.